And we want to speak from the subject tonight for a little while, just almost or all together. Almost or all together. I wonder how many of you have accomplished the things you determined to accomplish when you first came to Christ. How many are on the road to accomplishing them? I wish we had more here tonight, just to ask a few questions. But I wonder sometimes what happens with us when we come over here so thirsty and so hungry, but we get full so fast. You know, almost is a funny word. It can be good or bad, depending on the circumstance that you're going through. For instance, if you were in front of a truck and almost got hit, then almost is good. But if you almost got out of the way, not so good. Anybody know what I'm talking about? So many things that we've come to God for that we've almost gotten right. Is there anything in your life that may qualify there? Almost got it right, but perhaps I start looking around and judging myself by everybody else. And now, I'm kind of mediocre. I intended to be the best that ever did. Anybody in here felt like that when you started out? I was going to do this better than anybody else did. What happened to stop you? What happened to cause you to be where you are? Not quite there, but almost. Is there anybody here that can say to yourself, you don't have to tell anybody else, but I'm almost where I want to be. But I've been almost where I want to be for 2 years now. You know how you get close enough to taste it but never taste it? I can almost touch it but never touch it. Something has gotten in the way of where I wanted to be, where I wanted to go, how I wanted to grow. And it's so familiar with me now that I don't even think about it as being bad anymore. Because I'm not where I ought to be, but I'm not where I used to be. You hear it all the time. I thank God that I'm not where I ought to be, but I'm not where I used to be. Why would we celebrate that? Because is it not still wrong if you got out of one thing, but you didn't get in the right thing? I almost made it. Anybody in here want to almost be in the rapture? I'm over here today. I'm over here in Christ. You know why I'm here in Christ today, bro? I'm here because I want to almost get to heaven. Is that anybody's desire? Well, why is it that we can think I can almost grow up without almost making heaven? Almost is a tragedy because it's so easy to compliment and flatter yourself because you're better than you were. But if you're not where you ought to be, almost means nearly, not quite, most of all, not all of all. Man, when you get most of it, you can really get content, can't you? Ever get a lot of money in the bank? Not me, but maybe some of you. And after a while, you start resting on it a little bit. Used to be driven. But now I can buy what I want. I know church now. Know how to dress. Know the language. Know the order of service. I even know how to act like I'm feeling something when I'm not. I know I'm not what I ought to be, but who is? Now, I got more going on than Elder Brown. Evangelist Brown, all right, but she ain't got nothing on me. So if I never get any better, as long as I stay better than them, we are not of the number that compare ourselves to ourselves or measure ourselves by ourselves. But I believe so many have almost done it because you can get weary in well-doing. Anybody tired of what you have to go through to be in church? People are always correcting you. You ought to be happy about it, but man, they get on my nerves every time you turn around. They're going to point out something else that I need to do. I thought I was there, and they made me know that I'm just almost there. Wouldn't you be glad to know, again, if that train was coming down the tracks and you weren't quite off of it, wouldn't you like somebody to remind you that, look, you better get up off that track? There's a great big hell that's enlarging herself, headed your way. But you don't want nobody to instruct you in righteousness that's going to keep you from going in. What's the difference? In this case, almost is total tragedy. And you're still talking about how you almost there. I ain't there yet. Can I ask you something? How many not there yet things do you have in your life? I ain't learned how to control my tongue yet. I ain't learned how to speak right yet. I still a little partial to people. I ain't there yet. So you almost there. Anytime you take good things and stay in almost category, you're one of those that want to almost make heaven. I'm going to do all this stuff, but I'm not going to get anything for it. Because I'm going to almost finish my course. There's some stuff on here I don't want to deal with, so I'm not going to do that. Rapture day. Trying to go. You could almost make it. Almost or altogether.